Today we will discuss on the proposal of the Thailand's Kra Canal. This canal is under discussion and China is highly interested in the canal. So in this video we are going to highlight the importance and the significance of this canal if it is built in future. Before we start, please subscribe to my channel SiachenX File for more such interesting geostrategic videos and click on the red button and the bell icon for future notifications. The Thai Canal, also known as Kra Canal, refers to proposal for a canal that would connect the Gulf of Thailand with the Andaman Sea across the Kra Isthmus in southern Thailand. Isthmus means a small strip of land connecting two bigger land masses. The idea of the canal at the site has been proposed since 16th century by the Thai king and in modern times since 1930s, but it has never materialized due to high cost and environmental repercussions and geostrategic obligations. Let us see the location of the Thai Canal in the map. It is proposed to be made in southern Thailand between Songkhla Lake in the east and Satun in the west, thus connecting Gulf of Thailand with the Andaman Sea. The canal would range approximately 100 km and the Kra Isthmus is narrowest at just 40 km. And the Strait of Malacca is the busiest shipping route. Right now the Strait of Malacca takes 1200 km and time of 2 to 3 days of shipping, while the Strait of Sunda between Java and Sumatra takes 2800 km and time of 4 to 5 days. And the last option, the Strait of Lombok, takes 3500 km and time of 6 to 7 days. And if the Thai Canal is built, it will take only few hours and 50 km of journey from South China Sea to Indian Ocean. Malacca Strait, the world's busiest maritime lane, which an estimated 84,000 ships carrying around 30% of the global trade transits each year. And the World Bank estimates over 140,000 ships will seek to transit the Malacca Strait annually by the end of the decade, far in the excess of its capacity of 122,000 ships. The canal would provide an alternative to transit through the Strait of Malacca and shorten the transit for shipment to China from West Asia by 1200 km. It is thus envisaged that such a canal would improve the transportation in the region, similar to the Panama Canal and Suez Canal. The canal will enable ships to bypass Malacca Strait, thus saving 1200 km. Ships could reduce up to 72 hours of sailing time. Shipping and logistic companies would welcome the reduced operating and voyaging costs between East Asia and Europe. Reduces the risk of running into pirates and avoid congestion. The canal will be highly profitable for Thailand if built, but it will be a loss for Malaysia and Singapore. Now let's talk about the economic cost. The proposed canal project is estimated to be completed within 8 to 10 years at the cost of $28 billion US. As the land has high mountain ranges more than the Panama Canal, which will be an engineering challenge for the construction of the project. Thailand has plans to build an economic zone alongside the canal and the Thailand economy will get a boost. But the construction of this canal highly benefits China. Let's see how. Possibility of the Kra Canal becoming a reality has been greatly increased by China's Maritime Silk Road initiative under One Belt One Road. The Kra Canal project would be connected to the various Chinese infrastructure and connectivity projects ongoing in the region of Indian Ocean. From China's point of view, the Kra Canal offers a means to secure its expanding demands for West Asia's hydrocarbons against overcrowding in the Malacca Strait. Chinese companies are extremely interested in speeding up the project as over 80% of the Chinese oil imports flow past through the Malacca Strait. While the Chinese government has refrained from making any official claims, report states that China and Thailand signed a memorandum of understanding on the canal project in Guangzhou in 2015. Now let's talk about geostrategic problem for India. In theory, the Kra Canal would benefit India and the region by taking pressure off the overcrowded Malacca Strait. In practice, there is a reason to worry about what Chinese involvement in this project will mean for the balance of power in the Indian Ocean. The Kra Canal would also offer an alternative to the route surrounded by the US allies and vulnerable to the blockade in the event of a geopolitical crisis. If the Kra Canal is constructed from the Indian perspective, the balance of power in the Indian Ocean may shift to China rather than India-US. Now let's talk about Thailand's dilemma. The government in the Thailand remains divided on moving forward on the China's proposal. Some in Thailand's strategic establishment fear Chinese investment in the project will lead an erosion to the country's sovereignty. The experience of Egypt and Panama, where the canals led to the decade of foreign control. In fact, the United States invaded Colombia and took away their land in a war and created a country today we known as Panama. And there is environmental concern and economic viability of the canal if contested. As seen in recent One Belt One Road projects, Chinese projects are extremely costly. And Thailand has its own national security concern also, as Kra Isthmus connects Thailand to the Malay Peninsula. The southern portion of the country has seen an increasing divide between Thai Buddhists and Thailand's Malay Muslims. As this Thai Buddhist area like Phuket has high source of income due to Thailand's flourishing tourism and its natural landscape and beaches attracts lots of foreigners. In contrast, the southern Thailand near Malaysia, there is an insurgency going on by the local Malay Muslims against the Bangkok government for last 15 years. And that's a major divide between Thailand government whether to go with China or not to, as it challenges the Thailand home security. A canal will divide the country physically and pose a security risk. It is feared that a canal would separate the four southernmost provinces from the rest of the Thailand and allow secessionist movements to further develop. That's the major concern between the Thai government, those who are lobbying for the canal, as it challenges the security of the Thailand. I hope you have enjoyed this video. Please do subscribe, like and share, and do let me know in the comments for future topics.